It's my first time here, and it's been a real privilege, and I think that this is a model of what kind of education we really need in our young men and women, men in particular here at Hargrave. And it's values-based education. It's also challenges, your cadets here, challenges in mind, body, spirit, and the quality of instruction is so good, and you see the cadets interacting and working in small groups, and really not just learning what to think, but learning how to think. So it's been tremendous to see the great academic program, but then the overall emphasis on character development. For example, your initiative to integrate certain character themes across the curriculum. I think it's groundbreaking, and so I think it's just been a privilege to meet these young cadets and to see young men of character, to hear about their goals and how they're accomplishing their goals, and to meet the great and dedicated faculty here also.
There's a book that I'd recommend to you on battle across 6 centuries called The Face of Battle by John Keegan. It was written in the 70s. It's a kind of a classic of military history. He said, what battles have in common is human. The behavior of men struggling to reconcile their instinct for self-preservation. How do I survive this? Their sense of honor and the achievement of some aim over which other men are willing to kill them. And so, really what your job is to strengthen your soldiers and strengthen your teams. So leadership. Well, how does leadership make a difference in all of this? And to prevent the kind of breakdowns that come from ignorance, uncertainty, fear, and trauma. What you as a leader have to be is really a leader who exhibits the qualities that Sun Tzu described more than 2,000 years ago. And what did he say about leaders? He said that leadership is a matter of intelligence, right? You're studying academics here. You're developing wisdom so you can make good judgments. He said, but leadership is also a function of trustworthiness. Trustworthiness is the theme that you're covering here this month, right? How do you earn the trust? Earn the trust of those who are in your organization. Leadership is also, according to Sun Tzu, a matter of humaneness, empathy for other people. Again, working on that ignorance part. How do you develop empathy for others across cultural lines within your organization? Leadership is also a matter of courage, which I'll talk a little bit more about. But it's also a matter of sternness, which you understand here in an institution that emphasizes discipline and commitment and dedication, right? It's not, leadership isn't just all, I'm okay, you're okay, hey, whatever, it's okay with me, right? You have to establish and maintain standards. So this kind of leadership across our organization, it paid off. It paid off in being able to defeat the enemy. I mean, our enemy's unscrupulous. They have no moral values. So then we have to hit brutality with brutality. But really, that would be the worst thing to do. What this war demanded from our soldiers, and what it will demand from our nation in the future, is that we maintain the moral high ground despite the depravity of our enemies. So in war, just like in any other human activity, it is leaders like you, what you're going to be in the future, that make clear that the ends, what you want to achieve, do not justify behavior that's inconsistent with our values. So in any organization, like your emphasis here in your education, it's talking about those values, but bringing them to life and explaining to people why those values are important. Important to define who you are. So ignorance is a source of breakdowns, and then really applied ethics education, making clear what we expect of each other is important. In our Army, that's really important, our values.